Hey YouTube, I'm Brick Smith, and welcome to Forever Sorting with Kevin A. Hinkle.
If there was ever an opportunity for you to start off with an R, I mean, just one, like, get it out of your system and like be done with it.
What are you gonna do? I don't know. Hey Kevin.
Hello, Julian. Hello, internet. Hello, YouTube. Hello, world. Welcome
Hey
back.
Kevin. I just winked at you.
Did you? I could, like, if I line it up, I'll glare out my eyes, and then you'll just assume. Well, you can still see my eyes, I guess.
No, all I can see is your computer
screen reflection.
Yeah, you should get cataract surgery. That you'll never have to wear glasses again.
Well, I don't have cataracts, so I mean, but I could have LASIK, right? LASIK eye surgery.
To me, I feel like it might be the same thing or very, very close.
It might be. I don't know.
It feels good.
But I just like the thought. Like, to me, the thought of touching my eye with like contacts drives me crazy. I don't even want to imagine lasers.
So here's what we got to talk about. I had a retinal reattachment surgery 5 years ago. This is why I have a Cadillac cataract at such a young age. There you go. Here's the thing. The retinal reattachment, which was much more in-depth surgery, didn't hurt while we were having surgery, and it didn't. And I was awake for both of the surgeries, by the way.
Crazy.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Couldn't see anything. There's a nerve they block off, and it makes your eye go completely blind while you're in the surgery. Your eye is open. You know you're awake. You're everything. So let's just say, Kevin, comparatively speaking to the cataract surgery was living nightmare. My eye was open. I could see. All I could see was light and liquid being poured into my eyeball for 15 solid minutes. And they said, "Oh, we'll give you something to calm your nerves."
What was it?
I still don't know. I had an IV. I know they stuck something in there, and that's all I know. And about halfway through the surgery, I say to the doc, I'm like, I am tripping. I'm tripping out.
I'm tripping out.
I said, she said, you guys gave him the whatever it was. And they're like, yeah. And then she's like, give him more. So apparently my eye actions were saying I was tripping.
You're like, everybody, I'm tripping out. It's like
tripping out.
Not a good time.
And here's the greatest thing, Kevin. As of the day we're recording this, it is, I'm doing math, 11 days to my next cataract surgery.
Right. And I'm sure you were looking forward to it with enthusiasm.
Yeah. Wait, this goes live Saturday the 7th, right? I
think so.
Right on.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for all those happy birthday wishes in the comments. March 7th is my birthday, Kevin.
Ah, very good, very good. And how old will you be?
This many. No.
Not a day over 25.
I was born in the year of our Lord, 1978. So I'll be 42.
Very nice. Very
42
nice.
Years young.
Well, happy early birthday, but I'm sure I will talk to you the day of.
I'm almost certain, just by happenstance with us.
But you know, just to get that in there, happy birthday, Julian, and thank you for being here through your surgery and recovery and all that good stuff.
Kevin gets the flu. We don't have a show. I have cataract surgery. I'm here 2 days.
You're still there. You're doing it. Yeah, I would have been in the bed. Like, you guys have been hyped up here, and I would have been like with the So, but hey, we're here. We're here again. Another episode, and we've got our comments queued up from last time to talk about that stuff. One thing I did want to say, real quick, before we get into the comments, before I forget too. is Julian is doing a contest actually right now.
Oh, are we talking? What?
And I'm not clutch. I'm not diving into Lego Masters because I don't really have an interest in doing that. But Julian does host the weekly after post show, and he just kicked off a contest. And by the time this airs, you guys still have time to enter it because it doesn't end
because of the convoluted rules that we made up.
Right, which was like Tuesday or Wednesday, something like that. But
it is Wednesday 9 Eastern.
Yeah, so check out his channel and go find the last episode 5.
Hey Kevin, Kevin, why don't we just put the link in the description?
You can put the link in the description.
Actually, Kevin, if you could just point upward at the
card.
At the card right there. Yeah, right there. There you go. There's the card.
I'm very impressed, sir.
Very. I got you.
But it's really easy. Just go in there, find the video, put in the comments who you think is going to win the show, and you get entered in to win a magical thing.
So I before, can I?
You may.
On a tangent. Reed, is that okay? Well, Reed doesn't watch anymore. Never mind. I said that somebody would come up. I said probably Brick Jams would come up with the prize, and he's like, while he was watching the show, he's like, before he got to that point, he was like, I wonder where he's going to get the prize from. And I've discussed it with him, and
I think I think the exact line, because I watched it today. I don't think you necessarily said anything.
No.
I think Brittany asked you, did you even ask Jamie yet? I kind of also kind of knew in the back of my head, but you didn't say anything.
Nope.
And I'm pretty sure she was the one that was like, did you even ask Jamie yet if he's going to supply you? You're like, no. It's like, oh, there we go. But yeah, check it out though. Check it out. It's easy.
Absolutely.
Find that video. It's it's episode 5 post show, and just put in the comments who you think is going to win the show, and you get entered in to win the contest.
Yep. And then we're gonna go old school and pick names out of a bucket for the people that have all okay. So I feel bad for all of the people. We've had 10 entries already, and 8 of them have been Tyler and Amy. If Tyler and Amy don't win, you guys are going to be like, those 2 other people are going to be like, yay, boom.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. And we watched episode 5 today, my son and I, because I had Boy Scouts the night before. So I couldn't watch it live for the first time since the show kicked off.
Sorry.
But it's fine. But my younger son, my 6-year-old son, he told me today. Now he's 6, right? So that his opinion could change every day. But he said when I asked him tonight who do you think is going to win, or who do you want to win? He told me he wanted Mel and Jermaine to win. So I was like, okay, all right.
You can also enter his. You can enter Little Hink. You gotta have to
okay. I'll do that.
And it says, your name, and then Little Hink said Jermaine and Mel, and I will I will uphold that.
So congratulations, son! You won a Ultimate Collector Series Wyoming Star. All right, so check that out. Check it out. Now let me get the comments up from our last episode. And so the first this is the right one, right? Yeah, this is episode 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny enough, that is an O.
That it's a 6-0.
It
is.
6, and it's the alphabetical O, not 0.
All right. Our first comment is from Cool Lego Picks. Cool Lego Picks said, "Wow, what a story! I'm so glad because Rebooted is one of my favorite Ninjago seasons in terms of sets, and the show started to get serious. Also, what age range makes you a baby A-fall?"
Ooh.
1 to 2 years, right? Out of the dark age?
I would say at the very extreme 1 year.
Yeah.
Once you're after that 1 year mark, you start your learning curve.
Yeah.
Increases, because the difference between a 1-year-old and an 8-year-old A-fall is it can be exponential. Now, everybody has their own learning curves,
Right.
but I have met some 8-year-olds that are like power functions and trains and eight wides and you know.
Yeah, I would
ballasting.
I would say that I also kind of think that 1 to 2 year is like it's your baby phase once you've returned to the hobby.
Yeah. I will say that in my experience, the YouTubers are more, they grow faster.
They're they
grow fast, not faster than anybody else.
Yeah.
Just fast as hell, because say something stupid in a live stream, 8 people will attack you.
Oh, like nobody's business. They'll even clip it and make a whole video about it.
Oh yeah.
All right, our next comment is from InTalk.
Hey, InTalk.
And the comment is, just thinking regarding hiring AFLs. If I had a pub or a bar, I might not hire an alcoholic. Winky face. Kevin's observation made me think of this.
Yeah.
Ken Marlowe Bricks. Ken said, joking about something such as stealing makes it that much easier to do that something later on. I think would be healthier if we as a society didn't joke about it, but we all know that it's not happening.
No.
Yeah, I mean, totally. It's like one of those things. I said this last episode that it's just one of those things, and it's like I don't think anyone's being serious, but it's just like it. I don't know why it took me so long. And I mean, I already went into this whole thing. I'm not going to go into it again, but just I always took like serious offense to my ex-colleagues being like, "Well, Abe will steal stuff," and I'm like, "Why do you guys always jump to that?"
You know, I will. Yeah, but I did some soul searching on the same thought.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that is the reason. I'm just saying that like when I started noticing it, I'm like, oh wait, I mean, this is kind of like a running joke that a lot of. And I'm like, that's interesting. Maybe that factors into why they think that. But
I think I did some soul searching, and I don't know what I admitted to on the last episode, but it turns out I steal.
Do you?
I steal Lego. I do. And I don't mean from like friends or anything like that, but at conventions, I remember the brick pit at Philly Brick Fest, the big blue brick. Well, I needed we needed some type of stand to hold up Brittany's mosaics, and I said, "Well, there's 10,000 blue bricks over there. Let me get a handful, and we'll make a holder."
Yeah,
I could have returned those. I put them in my box and I brought them home.
Right.
And then again,
You're not alone.
No, and again, Brittany's mop got squished. Some pieces went missing.
We've discussed this story.
Okay, and then some were acquired, and I just sorted them in. They're in my collection right now. Here's one. Right. There you go. These came from Bama.
Yeah, and to put it into context, guys. One time we were in tear down of a Brick Fair show. I want to say it was Alabama 2019. I think
that's the one you worked by yourself.
That was 2018 was the.
Oh, okay.
That was we don't discuss that one, but I think it was 2019. I was tearing it down again just to kind of give you guys another perspective. And I was cleaning up the stay and play area, which is the free play area. And I thought I did a okay job cleaning stuff up, but there was some bricks around, and Todd, who owns Brick Fair, he came over to me and kind of in a serious way, he was like, "Hey, would you mind actually picking all the Lego up? You know, I pay for every brick that we have here." And I was like, fair enough. It's his
makes sense.
It's his product. And so I got down on my hands and knees and started pulling some of the bricks out of the crevices of the concrete and stuff. Yeah. But you know, it's everyone has a different perspective of what it is and what's going on. But I'm sitting there like, yeah, he paid for all these bricks somehow, and so it's part of his whatever. So thank you for that comment. And moving on into and InTalk did another comment that says edutainment. That's a fun word. Our next comment comes from Bricks on the Dollar. Clutch says, "Scramble on."
Okay, does anybody? Okay, this needs to be in the Urban Dictionary. A scramble is any Lego laying about on the cracks and crevices of the floor of any structure at all.
It's free game, right? It's free game.
Yep, yeah, if it's so a kid comes up and rips open a minifig at Walmart and dumps the pieces on the floor, them scrambles, folks. Go ahead, scoop them up, put them in your pocket. All they need is the barcode, and it's obviously not on the pieces.
Sans, if for some reason, Sans, if you're watching this, I don't think Sans has ever watched a single one of these. But if you're watching this, Sans, I feel like this is your moment to go and find some little Lego pieces out and make scrambled eggs with it in it. Like, I feel like this is a Sans opportunity. But he'll probably never watch this. But
somebody clip this for Sans and send it to him, Kevin. You can do that.
Doesn't that feel like a Sans thing to do?
It definitely seems. I mean, I think you should do it on the sidewalk outside,
like on a hot day. Like
I think so. Yeah,
very good. Our next comment is from Ninja with the Bricks.
Ninja with the Bricks, formerly known as Bricks Ninja,
the artist. He said, "If you're talented enough, work hard enough, and push yourself far enough, you can do anything. Not only with Lego, but with anything you want. Hashtag do what you love, and you'll love what you do."
Boom.
Wonderful words.
I can't even. Yeah, that's.
And then Bricks on the Dollar came back again with another comment later on. Said, "I'll challenge you for Canadian Lego podcast. We have a Canadian. Also, I had smokes. Oh, so he went to that place I was talking about in the last episode for poutine in Canada. Mm-hmm. I had smokes and got super ill afterwards. I've had it a couple times and I've never gotten ill. But he says 10 out of 10, we'll try again."
That's nice.
I got super sick. I will go back. But yeah. And then Scott H510 replied to that with, "I was going to mention this, but I hope you would come to Brick Can." That's the event in Vancouver, 2021, and the poutine is on him.
Oh, Vancouver. I would love to go to Vancouver. I hear great things about Vancouver.
It's a beautiful area.
I would love to go to Vancouver. Mention, Kevin, have you been to Bricks Can?
Just year one.
Oh, okay. Well, you can't tell us anything then.
Well, I mean, the events, they change so much.
It's still going on, though, right?
It's still going on. I thought the thing that I remembered the most about it was that it's in a casino. I was like, this is the only Lego show that's actually in a casino. And I think we've talked about it on the show, but I also remember the meals being ludicrous. I personally have not been to Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
But people that have been to Las Vegas told me that the spread in that casino was very Vegas. And so when I went and had breakfast, I was like, has every food under the sun been produced for this breakfast buffet? Like they had king crab legs, like the ones that are like the size of your table. And I'm like, this is a breakfast buffet. But it was a good show. It's still going on. So
let me ask you something. Not conventions. We're not comparing conventions right now, but we're going to compare Toronto with Vancouver.
Yeah.
Financially, which one's the more fiscal, better deal?
Oh. The Vancouver one's probably cheaper.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. I would say that. I mean, Toronto is.
I was trying to do it with an elevated
highbrow.
You know what I'm saying? Pinkies up. I'm just saying. And you're like, it's cheaper.
Yeah, Vancouver's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it is like densely populated, but like Toronto's like your New York City, right? Yeah. It's like smack dab in the middle of skyscrapers in downtown. So not that as soon as you start getting out of the city, it's gorgeous there too. But it's just like,
it's Canada. I mean, God, Great White North. Are you kidding me?
All right, let's see what else we got here. We got 2 back-to-back comments from Brixar.
Oh my!
Brixar says, "Did Greta Thunberg call Lego about Ninjago? How dare you? She should have." And then said, "Kevin, have you ever seen a Lego bus before it runs you over?" No. I live my life in a wonderful state of innocence. and naivete.
Naivete.
Even to the end, to the bitter end, folks. I was like, this company would never betray me. All right, we got Dude20 saying, good one, guys. Thanks for reading the comments. Keep up the good work. And we've got, I want to say, the first comment from our new friend Sith of the Studs, I think.
All right. Sith of the Studs. What's going on? Y'all just check him out.
Yeah, Sith of the Studs says, brand managers and marketing teams never like people that can see behind the curtain. That's why I started a clothing line and left that world. Most brand managers also have a problem listening to the creative people they hired. Shaking my head. Amen. I believe, Kevin, it was definitely a 3-year big bang. I can spit out a bunch of dumb marketing acronyms. I could too, but companies definitely follow a creative marketing strategy. They had to do that to save face as a corporation. Yeah.
Sounds right.
Thanks for commenting. I'm pretty sure that's the first comment.
I think so.
So thanks for.
Could be wrong. Might be.
And our next one comes from Strawbricks.
Peace.
And so Strawberry says, Kevin, thanks for saving Ninjago. I guess that hashtag works for health and Lego themes. Now, if it just worked on everything else, I think the joking on stealing Lego is a result of many people not being around vast sums of Lego parts, unless they are at a pick-a-brick wall. So when they are placed in a scenario where there are hundreds of thousands or millions of pieces just there, they think, well, a few of these, is that going to be missed? And I think that's a great perspective. It's totally true. Things change when you start seeing it in different scenarios and different settings and stuff like that.
Especially when it's coming out of your own pocket.
Yeah. I mean, even you could apply this to every fact of life. But, when I was in retail, things were so much different when I moved into the assistant manager and manager role than when I was an associate and supervisor. Because all of a sudden, you start seeing the profit and loss statements, and you are held accountable for the cycle counts and the inventory counts. And you're like, oh, when I was an associate, I'd be like, oh, that's ruined. Throw it away. But now I'm like, I don't throw that away. Like, it's just like things just change, perspectives change.
I would just like to say, I love how this show is everything to everyone.
It's what you need it to be.
It is, because there was 1,000. I mean, there was a lot of comments on a specific thing, but collectively, they just ran the gambit on the hour long we spent together. And I'm happy that we can give you guys this outlet to do that with. That's
awesome. That's super awesome.
It really is.
And we have more.
I think that might be the rum talking. I don't know. We'll try again. Let's go for round 2 here.
So we got Brick Train says comments.
Wait, there's more?
Yeah, there's more comments.
Holy hell.
Brick Train says comments are the new intro.
No true words.
We actually banter through them, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think the community will get more out of it than just the hey, look here, this is Kevin.
Yep. This next one is from Alex McBrick. Alex said, oh, God, do not get poutine from a fast food restaurant. New York Fries is the only fast food I would say is actually good for poutine. The best place in Canada to get poutine is at a ski chalet or resort. I have no idea why, but those are the best places to get it. Montreal. What?
A ski chalet?
Yeah. Or a resort.
All right.
Best Montreal, capital of Quebec, would also be the best place to get it. Okay, now that I have performed my Canadian duty, I'd like to say that, yes, Kevin, I have learned a lot from watching this podcast and find it very enjoyable. As a new AFL, I can relate to the whole burnout thing and taking a step back, because for me, everything is new and shiny. It would be really cool to see you guys talk about this idea in the future, because it is a perspective I don't know much about, but I'm sure I will feel this way at some point. Keep up the great work, and thanks for reading my comment in the last video. It made my day.
Woohoo! Yay! We're glad to oblige, sir.
Thanks for leaving the comment in the first place. And our last comment is from Perry Walker. That is also a new name. I don't recall.
No. Time out. That is my real life, over 20-year, live in town, half a mile down the road, best friend. I met him when he was 16 and I was 19. We've been Ace Boom Coons forever. This phone, Crane sold it to me.
Has he commented before on our videos?
No, he's come to my live streams before.
Okay. He said, I've literally picked up Smith off the floor on a New Year's Eve. I assure you that it's obvious when he is over the limit.
I've lit myself on fire. I've been so drunk. Twice. Kevin, the Lego community has not seen me out of control yet.
I don't know what's. I mean, the fact that you did it is amazing. The fact that you did it twice, it's just stunning.
And the best part is it was over 15 years apart.
That's great. I mean,
I will show you the scar next time I see you.
What did President Bush said? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Well, you're just not going to fool me again.
No, that fire got a hold of me a couple times.
So that is all of our comments. Thanks, guys, for watching and leaving them. We enjoy it.
Crane, thanks for watching. Perry's real name is Crane. Thanks for watching, Crane. It's not his real name. It's his middle name or something. Some dumb shit. I don't know.
So
also, he's this big. I can put him in my pocket.
That's amazing. Well, I think comparatively speaking, you're a big person, so I think most of the people you know.
Yeah. Oh no. Seriously. At your most fit and smallest, you were at least 75 pounds bigger than him.
Oh, nice. Well,
he's a wee little fella.
Yep. Yeah, and I need to get back on that. The flu messed my life.
I figured it did.
I mean, all in all, just like the recovery, it was like a 2-week affair. It was just
you can't do it. You can't get it. I mean, I was ready to go to work the next day. I was in uniform, and the eye doctor says, "Nope, you got to take a week off." I'm like, "Well, I wasn't planning on that. I was ready to go to work after my appointment."
And the other thing that kind of bums me out about it is, I mean, it's not like I've been dwelling on these thoughts forever about getting to the gym, losing weight, because of course I have. But BFAB just hitting it hard, man. Like, guys, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it. And I'm like, BFAB is just, I love you, man. You're just running your mouth for days and days and weeks and weeks. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put him on blast. And so he kind of motivated, trying to blow hot air. Now he's like, Kevin, your post was the one that got me to the gym.
Oh yeah, it always is.
I mean, it could have been everybody's post.
Yeah.
But I mean, he went and he went, for whatever it was, like a solid 13, 14 days or something like that. He was doing great. And then he turned 21 and started drinking every day. And I don't think he's been back since then, but so nevertheless, BFAB, if you're listening, get back to the gym. All right.
It's funny. You guys talk about get to the gym. I stopped going to the gym after high school, but during high school, I went every day and worked out.
Yeah.
And I was still 300 pounds.
Well, I mean, they're obviously, in terms of weight, it's what you eat. It's like, it's all about what you eat and consume.
I was eating about 4,000 to 6,000 calories a day.
I mean, but yeah, hey guys, welcome to our health podcast.
I mean, we're 30 minutes in already.
Yeah, but don't worry, we're gonna keep the tradition and give you just a little bit of snippet of the story, a little dash to keep you on.
I tell you, I like the comment. I like doing the comments. I love the people, and I know we kill half an episode doing that, but I love you guys, but I really enjoy I like doing the comments and listening to Kevin's stories.
I also like listening to my story. No, I hate listening to my story.
I love the sound of my own voice.
Yeah. But hey, yeah. I like that people watch and leave comments to begin with, so it's pretty cool.
Oh God, yeah. And it makes us feel like we're this is a service to the community, even more so than it's just a couple of guys talking crap.
Right. Yeah. And I'm still not quite truly prepared ever when I'm speaking with somebody and they just know things about me that I'm like, how do you know that? Like, you shouldn't know that. Like, I mean, not that it's a secret. It's just like, how would you know that I did that?
Right.
I'm like, oh yeah, I said it on the internet. So last time we were actually talking about, this tale that never ends. We were talking about how Paul had been given the position of community manager for America. And I had officially relinquished that title. So the last Lego fan convention that I attended as community manager for Americas was Brick World Chicago, 2016. That's June 2016, and it was an interesting time. I knew it was my last show because I was done and I was going to be giving up the title and giving up the role. I had already kind of gone through, and you guys have joined me through my emotional roller coaster of doing the job over the last 5 years. And it was just like an interesting, bittersweet, reflective moment. I went out to the show. There wasn't really anything different about it. Like, it was the normal, like, fly in, be there for a couple of days, fly out. I got the uniform, the Lego community team shirt on. Nothing super out of the ordinary, but like, I knew that this was like the end. I mean, a decent chunk of people knew that as well. So I was a lot more, interested in attending as many panels as I could. And I was taking a ton of photos with people. Just because, like, I don't know, a big chunk of me thought this was the end of this. Like, this is done. Some of these people you may not ever see again because, maybe they only go to that show or they don't ever go to any shows and whatever. And so I'm like, enjoy this last ride. Yeah. And I did. I had a great time that year.
Now, this is 2016. Now, did you go to 2017? What am I missing here?
I did.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, and there's a really interesting story at that I'll get to.
That's what was throwing me off here is you were talking like this is the end of the world, but I'm like, yeah, said 2016, and I know things.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is I was just opening up. I was going to open up and show you guys Instagram. Flickr. No, not Flickr. Oh, no. I was going to open up Instagram, and Paul actually just liked a comment I did 14 minutes ago. So if you guys are interested, Paul is a real human. You can find him on all the social media stuff. He is incredibly inactive.
Okay.
So just be forewarned if you're like, oh, cool, I can see stuff. Paul posts on Instagram. He posted one time all of 2019.
What Paul what?
So it's P Streef is his username on Instagram. That would be PSTRIEF. And he has a little Lego his minifigure business card is his icon.
I'm already following him.
Yeah, and so he's there. He's on Instagram, and he's the one that took the role. And he had one post for all of 2019.
Yeah, I don't know how long I've been following him, but I've liked a lot of his photos.
Yeah.
It's got there it is. June 4th, 2018 was the first like of mine on his post. So either I went back or I've been knowing him for that long.
Yeah. So he's there. You can find him. If you want to follow him on Twitter, he does nothing on Twitter. Nothing.
Why would anybody do anything on Twitter?
Twitter's all right. But
oh my God.
But
oh my God. Did Iceberg jinx Aaron?
Okay.
All right, moving on.
So, his Twitter name is Paul-Demort, like a fusion of Paul and Voldemort from Harry Potter.
Nice.
And that's kind of funny because that was his own nickname he gave himself because he quickly learned in the role, I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but he quickly learned that the new community manager is always the bad guy for the first year and a half, 18 months. just like I was, just
Sure.
like Jim was, just like Steve was. The new community manager comes in, and the community as a whole, again, I get it. There's always exceptions. But the overall community is like, we don't trust the new guy. We like the old guy. Bring the old guy back. The new guy doesn't let us have fun. The new guy is too much of a rule enforcer. Like every time, without fail, every time.
Always.
And so, Paul was like, why is everyone like hate me? And it's like, because you're the new guy. You're the new guy. So everyone's going to be like, Paul's the guy that just wants to follow all the rules and we don't like him. And he was like, I feel like I'm like Voldemort from Harry Potter. And we were sitting there one day. And he's like, I'm like Paul Demort. I'm like, that's not a bad nickname. And he's like, you know what? You're right. I'm going to change my username right now. And it was like he had Twitter open or something on his phone. He's like, there, I'm Paul Demort on Twitter now. So that's how that nickname came about, which was kind of fun. But yeah, if you go through my Instagram and you go way back in the machine here to into that 2016 time frame, that was really like when I was stepping out of the community manager role is when my social media-ing like skyrocketed. Like that is when I started really like posting photos of all kinds of stuff and things I was doing and sharing on social media. And there was a couple reasons. I had been wary for years and years and years and years of engaging in this social media phenomena. You guys know I had a Flickr and I had a DeviantArt page. That's what I had. I didn't have.
I will say this: when it comes to social media, your DeviantArt isn't nearly as social media as even a Flickr was.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So
DeviantArt is a beautiful thing for beautiful people to do beautiful things, but only this many people know about it.
Exactly.
And it's a web.
Exactly. And so I don't know if I even have a good reason. Like I just didn't personally feel like, oh goodness, I got to get on Facebook, or like I got to start a Twitter account. Like I didn't feel an overwhelming urge to join any of those things. Right. And then on top of that, I was always very cognizant that here I am representing a global toy company as a community representative / PR / everything. Anywhere I'm going to be seen as an official representative, no matter what I say, when I say it, and how I say it. Because I already had a Flickr account, and I was already getting Flickr mails of work-related stuff all the time. And so I was just like, I don't really have a need. But then when the writing was on the wall, when it was like, I'm not going to be being a community manager anymore, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to be like in the spotlight anymore. I felt comfortable. I felt like I can actually kind of hide a little bit in the shadows again because Paul's going to be out there and like he can be the guy that's on stage.
There you go, stupid. No.
Well, so that's when a lot of those things kicked on, like in 2016 and like mid 2016, end of 2016, early 2017. That's when Kevin had a Facebook page, and all of a sudden Kevin had a Twitter account. Kevin had an Instagram account. And I started sharing stuff. It was funny because for years, there was a hashtag Kevin Hinkle not on Facebook, because the community would constantly ask me like, oh, can we be Facebook friends? I'd be like, I don't have a Facebook account. And I think Brian Bonahum, who was the previous owner of Brickworld, created that hashtag. Was like, Kevin Hinkle's not on Facebook. And then people just shared it over and over and over again.
Imagine so.
But yeah, so, Brickworld Chicago 2016 was my last official event as a community manager. I still went to several events after, but this was kind of like, this was the end. This was in uniform. Here's my title, community rep. I'm doing the thing I've been doing for 5 years at the show. It was a little bittersweet. I remember I had a moment. I had a moment in my hotel room when I was getting ready to go down to the show. I think the first day, Wednesday, Thursday, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Because Brickworld Chicago is a 5-day show, folks. And I like taking a shower or whatever, and I had my uniform laid out on the bed. And I just kind of sat there and I looked at it. It's one of those life moments.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at it and I was like, this is the last time I'm wearing this. And I took a photo and I posted it online. I was like, ready to put on the community manager uniform for the last time and go down. And, who else is going to be here at Chicago? I put some, whatever, goofy question. And, and then I did my job.
Yeah.
I went down there and, of course, everybody wanted to know who's the new guy, who's the new person, who's taking over. What are they like? Are they like you? Are they going to get, are they going to let's get away with stuff? And it's just like, just wait.
They're never like the guy before.
No, I mean, that's how it is. It's not supposed to be. It's like, yeah, just wait. You'll be fine. And so, but it was a good show. And in that time, Paul started stepping or transitioning from his old role. And his old role, I think I just briefly mentioned it before, but he was working in the retail side. So this is Lego brand retail and corporate, upper management side. And he was doing a lot of stuff with Lego Kids Fest. Kids Fest was the traveling show that no longer exists. But he was going to, I think, all of them and helping run the store there, and then helping with roll out stuff for like the district managers and stuff with retail. So he was getting out of that.
I got a Kids Fest minifig.
Which one? The original one?
2010.
Yeah. Yep.
A real one.
Yeah.
A friend of mine went and passed that on to me years later.
Yeah, it's a nice one. It's a nice one. They did that one, and then they did like a clamshell with 3. And that was it. That was all. I mean, people kind of thought because there was that 2010 one that maybe they did giveaways every year. They didn't. They did the one fig that time, and then they did the one clamshell the other time. Yeah, it's a cool little figure.
Unfortunately, it's in my bin of figs. I don't even know where it is.
It's gone.
I mean, it's in the pile. No, it's just in with all the rest.
Yeah. Hey, if you're not too attached to it, you make some money off that one selling it.
What are those even going for?
If I had to guess, you could probably get like $50. I think you get $50 for that.
I'll keep it. The sentimental, the friend that gave it to me, it's more sentimental for me to keep it than that. Yeah. Plus, I got something that everybody goes, ooh.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. So,
sorry, the tangent, everybody.
Yeah, tangents are what makes this program forever tangenting. So I finished that up. Paul was leaving his old role, transitioning into the new role. Obviously, at this point, it should be. Well, I mean, you guys already know through the story. Kristen had been helping me from customer service, and then it kind of switched over to Paul because Paul was working on his personal development and interest. And customer service had moved into their peak season for holiday, so she was already kind of out, and Paul was already kind of in, but now he has the job, and now he's officially in it. One of the things that I was not at all prepared for, in the least, I think I might have mentioned this briefly before, but getting ready to hand the reins over to Paul and split the role in half. And we had kind of finally ironed out, like, Kevin will work with the company and all the business units and the marketing teams and all that. Paul will work with the community. They'll work together. They'll be a tag team. And I'm like, yay. This is like when I started with Jim. Those two people shouldn't be on the same team, though. And it's like, well, that doesn't make a lick of sense to me, but all right. And so it was a very big surprise to me that they were like, so, Paul's going to come on. He's going to be the community manager, and he's going to report to your boss, the boss that you've been working for. And we're actually going to remove you from that team entirely. Wow. So you're still going to be in the same department. You're going to be in the community engagement department, but you're going to work for a different person. You're going to get put into the marketing and open innovation team. And that was the team that was responsible for Rebrick, responsible for Lego Ideas, responsible for the Lego Certified Professionals program. And I was like, well, that doesn't seem, I mean, I guess I kind of get it, but I'm also kind of terrified because I feel like that's not a good move to have the two people that are essentially linked together,
Right.
because we both operate in the exact same geographical region. We just face different ways.
Mm-hmm.
We are now reporting to two different bosses, and they're going to have totally different criteria for success and just everything, because they do. And they did, and this became a huge problem.
Yeah.
But so they said, "You have a new boss. Congratulations." And I was like, I didn't really want that, but okay. All right. So that happened. So while I was transitioning out of an old role, training Paul into the new role, splitting my responsibilities amongst us, I was also learning I had another new boss again. And it was a lot to change at one time and kind of get acclimated to everything. It was like, it made my head spin. I was like, I don't know what's going on. And I was also kind of like, with the team itself, my new team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't, I should say, a secret. Everybody felt like I was shoehorned into that team. They're like, all right, Kevin's here now. I mean, they all knew me. I mean, we're in the same department. Yeah. And I had worked with everybody on that team, because if you needed anything that had anything to do with AFOLs, you're talking to me. Sure. If it has something to do on this side of the Atlantic Ocean. Right. It's like, oh, that's going to be me. So I knew all of them, but it was just like, this is a really weird fit. One of the things I realized really, really early on joining the new team is they struggled quite a bit with, shall I say, reality. I could tell almost instantly when I started joining their like weekly phone calls and their like, their email chains, that I'm like, wow, like, I don't think anyone really has a grasp of reality in this team. And I'm not trying to be insulting when I say that, but just like,
no,
it's a team of thinkers.
Yeah.
It's a team of like strategists. And I came from a very boots on the ground, hands-on team where we're like, Kevin, you need to ship 3 boxes, go to the warehouse, pack 3 boxes and ship them. Whereas in the other team, they're like, oh yeah, that sounds like a great thing. Let's send a 100-foot statue to that event by 3:00 afternoon tomorrow. And I'm like, that's like 400 pounds.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Cost, and do you know transit times? Like, they just like, there was a disconnect between reality and like strategy and marketing. And I realized in a lot of meetings, also keep in mind, in Kevin's Lego career, in my like, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, like my ego trip, my like where I think I sit in stature, and like I am at the highest I've ever been. Sure. Right? Like I feel like I have survived this role and I'm still here, and I have given it to another human. The last 2 people didn't even make it through the end of their job. They were, the community and the job killed them. Sure. I've lived, right? Like I've lived through it and I've passed the baton, and I've had a lot of really awful things thrown at me through my career, and I've lived through all of it. And I'm finally at a point where I'm in marketing meetings with a suit jacket. Like I'm like, and everybody's asking me questions. I'm invited to meetings all the time. I don't have to like knock on doors and beg to get invited. Like I am the fan guy, and I am involved. Like Kevin's head can't get any bigger. Right? Like, I feel like I'm there. I have arrived. So I'm also like not very hesitant to say that. Like, so in a lot of those early meetings, very Brick Smithian. In a lot of those, I mean, I try not to be rude about it. In a lot of those meetings, I mean, I would say things like, do you guys know how long it'll take you to ship that to this thing? Or do you realize how much it'll cost in labor to hire the model shop to build you X, Y, or Z?
No, like, they don't know. They don't.
Every time I did it, they acted like I just hit them across the head with a 2x4 not a 2x4 brick, a 2x4 piece of wood.
You hurt their hearts, Kevin. You broke them down.
And they were just always like, they weren't offended. But they
You're
were
one
like,
A falls.
what?
You're 1A falls.
Right. It was just like, they were always kind of like either totally astounded that I would ask like, that's great. Why didn't we think of that? Or just like caught off guard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you mean? Wait, and I'm like sitting there going, man, this is why. So that team also, for the record, that's the team that is known in the department to just burn all the money and budget all the time. Like nobody's business. A lot of the no, not a lot, like 95%.
That's a lot
of the income that is generated through the Lego Lug Bulk program.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking millions of dollars.
Sure enough.
Goes towards the other areas in the department that is not the community engagement team. So it's not the Yan buyers of the world that are going to, these shows. It's not the little packages that your lug gets that you can pass out boxes. No, it's going towards site upgrades on Lego Ideas. It's going towards trying out new rebricks, rebrick 3.0, rebrick 4.0. And I'm sitting there now that I'm in this team. I'm like, you guys are blowing money like nobody's business, and it felt weird. It felt weird to me because like I don't think almost ever we had anybody in the department cross over teams like that. Like you were in the team and that was the team you're going to be in until you leave.
Yeah.
You would never really get to be on the other person's team in the same department. And all this is so convoluted. If you guys listening, if you work in a corporate culture, you get it. You get it 100%. If you don't, you're going to be like, what in the world is wrong with you? How many people were in that department, Kevin? Like 20. And so you're telling me that 20 people didn't know what the other 19, they did not know. And the department itself had like two and a half teams. And so you had like a team of 5, a team of 6, and a team of like 3. And no, the teams never knew what the other teams were doing.
Wow.
But we focused in the engagement team on you guys, the community, the fans, the shows, the lugs, the websites, all that stuff. And we just said, we're here for the fans. Let's do what we can for the fans. And we'll earn our own money. We'll spend our own money. We'll keep track of our own money. We will be realistic. And I think we did an excellent job doing it. And then the other teams are just like, let's set all the money on fire. It'll be great. And I was just like, I was constantly in meetings like this. What? You want to do what?
Nice.
But I think, guys, I think that's enough for today. We're almost right at that hour mark.
You're doing good, Kevin. I think we're progressing positively.
We're progressing. Yeah, and so this is in your Hinkle timeline. We're still in 2016. We're in that last year is my last.
I was about to say.
But there is like dark times ahead, folks. Dark times ahead. There is some deep sadness on the horizon.
Kevin, here's what I want to do, and I know I like springing shit on Kevin here. I don't want to stop at the end of your employment.
That's what you've said.
I want to keep going to present day.
It'll be like, so yesterday I did.
Right. I want to blow by blow.
Yeah.
Remember that one time I called you while you're cutting the grass?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. See?
Yeah. I mean, hey, the only thing I like about winter is I don't mow the lawn. I haven't mowed the lawn since. When did I last mow the lawn? September?
What? No. August?
I think it was September. I think.
What show? I was about to say, what show did you go to right after you cut the grass? Was it Jersey?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yep. Speaking of which, I should probably take my mower to get it serviced because this is like that time of the year when it's starting to get warm. Like our averaging now is like 50s. And I'm like, okay, But then I'm going to take the mower to get service, and they're like, oh, well, we're looking at about an 8-week. It's like, yeah, that's about right.
Just to compare, everybody, we're averaging about 80.
Yeah, it's still, hey,
Happy March, everybody.
Sweaters. But that's it for today. Hopefully that kept you guys entertained.
That's good work.
Tantalized. As always, we thank you guys for listening and commenting and asking your questions. They are appreciated. And hopefully you don't mind that we take about 20 to 30 minutes to talk about them all each time.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it because this has now become. I think it's gonna be for after Kevin's story is over. I think it's gonna be called
Forever.
Recording the community stream.
Hey, sure.
Or the community, whatever.
Something.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, we're gonna get out of here.
Yep.
Julian, aka Captain Brick Smith.
Arr.
There it is. See, he just wants to get it out.
Leave it up there. That way it can be the thumbnail.
Everybody, remember, gotta love, gotta sort, gotta do all the things with the bricks.
All the things with the bricks. Bye, everybody.
Bye.